Hello everybody, and welcome to Geek Street Craft, the show that teaches you how to make cheap and easy gifts to show off your nerdy lifestyle. Now this week's project is coming at us from Jacqueline, so I'm going to let her explain it.
Hello.
You can take the mic.
Okay. We are going to be doing a backpack, which is going to be based off of the character design of the character of Ragnarok from the anime Soul Eater, which is my new favorite anime. So it's a pretty easy craft. It's just going to be like a circle showing his face, which is actually kind of cool that we decided for it to be a backpack because the actual character comes out of the back of this other character. You can watch it. It makes more sense in the anime, kind of. Not really. But it looks really cool. So, yeah.
So maybe you want to tell them what materials we're going to use for this?
I will be using Adrian's pants. He has an old pair of black...
Not my current pants, hopefully.
Black jeans, which he doesn't wear anymore, so I'll be using that. You could make the size bigger or smaller, give or take, depending on what you want.
Take one pair of black pants and draw a circle on the widest part of your pants. Fold them in half so that way you will get two circles. Use the one that you just cut out to trace the second one, and then cut that one out as well. You could cut one of your circles from the back of the pants, but there are usually a lot of seams back there, so it might not work. Next, use a roll of tape to be your circle template for the eyes. You're going to want to cut out 4 white circles. Once you cut the first circle out, you can use that as a template for the other 3 circles. Then you're going to want to take your 2 black circles and you're going to want to sew them together, but not all the way. You're going to want to leave an opening for where your zipper is going to be. So that way you will have a space to put your zipper, so that way you will have a backpack with a hole in it, because one without a hole would be quite useless, I'm afraid. Once you sew that together, you're going to want to flip it inside out, so that way your right sides of your fabric are facing outward, so that way you will have something like a pouch with an opening at the top. Then you're going to want to take your 4 circles and take 2 of them to sew together, again leaving an opening at the top, which you'll use to put the stuffing inside the eyeballs to make them protrude. Once you sew them to the mark, then you're going to want to flip them inside out, so that way the right sides are facing outwards, and just kind of use your finger to poke along the edge, so that way you make a nice circle. Then you're going to want to take some stuffing and stuff it through the hole until your eyeballs are nice and poofy and fat. Yes. And once you put the stuffing in, you're going to want to sew back up that hole. By the time that you do that to both of them, you're going to have 2 nice round eyeballs. Then you're going to take one of the eyeballs and you are going to paint an X on them for the eyes of Ragnarok. You're going to want to paint an X on both of them. Then you're going to want to compare, make sure that both of the X's are the same size. Then you're going to want to install the zipper onto the main body of your backpack. And then you're going to take some white ribbon and hot glue that onto an X shape on the main body of your backpack, the side which you're going to want to be facing outwards, to make the white X across Ragnarok's face. Then you're going to want to take both of your eyeballs and hot glue them right in the V corner of the white X on Ragnarok's face. Make sure that when you glue them, the X's are facing the right way, so that way one of them doesn't look like an X and the other one looks like a plus sign, because I kind of did that accidentally. Make sure that they are on nice and sturdy, but we're going to be sewing them on again just to be extra safe. Make sure that you press them down nice and firm, and you've got the main base for his face. Then you're going to want to take 2 long strips of that same white ribbon, which are going to be the straps of your backpack. So go ahead and measure from your shoulder and pin it down to the backpack to make sure that you have the right length, and then cut them and sew them on. When you sew them on, you're going to want to fold over the raw edge, so that way you have a clean line, and that way it will also, the strap will stay on more sturdily. When you fold over the raw edge, you're going to want to use some hot glue so that way it stays folded over. And I just used a little bit of hot glue onto the straps and held it down for a few seconds just to make sure that they'll stay sturdily before I sew them on. And then go ahead and use a needle and some white thread and put your hand inside the backpack and push the thread up through and thread the straps on.